Cabriolet, I mean, come on,
Yeah,
she's
but I mean,
quick.
but we either do it with everybody or not at all. Otherwise, people.
So you're discriminating against.
Yeah,
okay. So you're discriminating against the guy in the middle.
Everybody.
Everybody, not just one.
It's all out discrimination against everybody. Okay, let's get back to the Gymkhana. You've seen the
Zach and Sonia.
So let's just go through the task. Okay, we wait for the new one to start. But this is Zach in that beautiful Maserati of his.
All dressed up in their super outfits.
Okay.
Yeah. Very sexy. Zach's a very sexy man.
I have not noticed that. I've got to say. Okay.
Yes. This is interesting. This is investment cars entered Lamborghini. Mike Bruce. They call him
Johnny Bravo.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. You also see that. I didn't see the resemblance immediately.
Exactly.
I get it now.
Cannot miss it. You really can't miss it. Okay, so we will get an opportunity of going through the entire exercise here. Basically, they've got to do a few tasks. This is taking the tennis ball from the one side and
placing it on the other side. That's right.
Right, and then various exercises as well. The crucial thing is that they've got a number of points on the board to start with, and then for every cone that they touch or knock over, they lose the number of points.
That's it. And then it's taken into consideration with time. So you'll see later the winner, the two winners.
There we go.
First and second, he lost one. First and second actually got the same amount of points.
Yes.
Here's Chris Black in that Lumina. They get the same 2 points, but the time was quicker, so they're the ones that would then win it. Yeah.
Okay, so the time is very important.
Yeah.
This, I've got to tell you, that Lumina is one of the lacquerest cars to drive on the road.
Is that a word, Hendrik?
No, I've just
made it up.
Yes.
Okay, no, fair enough.
It is such fun to drive this car.
But you know, Hendrik Verwoerd was your relative, so I'll give you that.
And not a lot of people can do parallel parking these days. How many people have you actually seen doing a parallel parking in town recently?
All I can say that in my household, I can do it.
You passed your K53 test.
I have. Now, this is one of the Continental Printing Inc.'s entered vehicles. This is a wonderful company. They enter about 7 or 8 cars every year. They treat it as a team-building exercise for their company. And what a wonderful time. They also have all those Jags, Hendrik. You know, all those classic Jags that enter.
The X-ray models,
that's it.
Taking it gingerly there, not knocking over any cones. Yes. I've got to say, Ross, I have taken part in attempted to take part in a number of Gymkhanas in my life. It is not as easy as it looks from.
How did they go for you? Explain to us just how difficult it is.
I'll tell you what I do find very difficult. And it's probably because I was born as a blonde, right? You get the layout of the exercise on a piece of paper.
Yes.
Which means basically it's a bird's eye view. In other words, you look at the layout in the
like you're going
direction,
over a plane.
Exactly. But then you've got to translate that in your mind. While we're watching these guys struggling a little bit, not getting the parking.
These cars aren't easy to reverse. Let's be honest. Give them that.
You must be careful not knocking that cone over with the door.
Yeah.
But then you've got to translate that map in your mind to a horizontal view.
Yeah.
A horizontal view.
Yeah.
As opposed to a vertical view. And I find that extremely difficult.
Well, I wouldn't know what you're talking about because I only organise it. I never actually do one myself.
I just get so confused. Oops. Yeah. There we go. It's another how many points, doesn't matter really. And again, nicely done there. Avoiding knocking over the coin. So no extra points.
The coin, it's usually a tennis ball. But it's because you're blonde. It's okay, don't worry. But Derek and Ilse Smallberg are actually racing drivers. I believe. Where do they race?
Yeah, Derek and his son race in the Volkswagen Challenge, I think.
Okay. Funny enough, Brett Hendricks and Zach van der Merwe are now also racing in that series.
Well, I'm not surprised. When the bug bites. Well, this is clever. Have somebody else in the back.
No, there's 5 people with John Podling from Compute. That is cheating, my friend. It is cheating. 5 people in the car. I don't think so.
Look at this big Merc. I tell you what, that's an impressive motor car. Hey,
power. He's throwing it around.
AMG power for you.
He only just bought it from Investment Cars.
I hope he's insured it for this kind of competition. A lot of support there, a lot of spectators also.
Here's Mike in that VW GTR.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Straight underneath.
Waiting for that. Isn't that a neat little trick? Throw the ball underneath the car.
Get the girlfrind to pick it up. Yeah, nice one.
But your aim has got it
perfect.
Pretty spot on, yes.
Let's parallel park. Yes.
Oh,
he's done it.
Okay,
yes,
beautiful.
Audi S5.
Fantastic. Fantastic motor car. Just listen to the engine.
Very nice, eh? Hooligans, these two. They had some really good parties on the event. Of course, the Cannonball Run's not just about driving and looking at clues and...
But that's pretty much a precondition to take part. You've got to be some kind of winner.
Absolutely, and you've got to have fun. Here's Mark Gilbert. He's GT3 RS, all the way from Cape Town.
That is such a fantastic motor car to drive as well. I had the opportunity of going around the Swartkops racetrack with Toby Fenter. As the driver. I was sitting in the passenger seat.
Nice.
I mean, the RS is just a fantastic version of the 911. Fantastic car. And big American muscles.
Put it sideways. Now this is a left-hand drive, obviously, so they've put the ball on the other side to start with.
And what happened? He knocked the ball off the cone.
You know, amateurs, really. Now, funny enough, these guys ended up in the wall at Kyle Army on the first day.
With this car?
With this car. Little bit of left rear bumper damage, but and they got all wet because remember they were carrying all the water, so there was water everywhere.
You look very carefully, you could see this small little ding in the left rear corner of the car. Not a very good effort, that I've got to say. This is certainly it can be done better, as I said before.
Well, you see, now here's my mate, the racing driver Brett Hendricks, and his wife Kelly. Let's see if they can do it any better. Should do, because he's a racing driver.
Or has become one.
Yes, yes. No, it was slightly before, actually. So he's got his stripes.
Okay.
He no longer has to have that little doily bit on the back of his car, you know, for beginners.
For the experienced drivers to watch out for.
Exactly.
Yes. Now this is going to be tricky because certainly these buckies are not that nimble.
No.
You need a nimble car to go fast in the Gincana.
Now Gareth here was on the first day was wearing a salmon-coloured suit. I mean, is that legal in this country?
I'm sure that's cheating.
I don't know. I think we should call the cops.
And the idea of the little figurine at the back there, I'm not sure.
He wears a salmon-coloured suit. Can you explain that about anything if he's got a, come on. Now this is very interesting. This is Andy and Judy. He's a paraplegic and finds it obviously extremely difficult to turn the wheel for severe turns. So you'll find that his wife has to assist him pull the car back the other way. And you should have heard everybody after he had finished. They were whistling and hooting. You see his wife's giving him a hand there.
That is amazing.
This just says to you, any car, any person who's got the gumption, who wants to come and take part, can take part in this very special event.
There's nothing that the human spirit cannot overcome.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely fantastic. Listen to the support there. Maybe this is going to be a little bit tricky as far as turning the wheel is concerned.
You know what? Give him the points.
I say exactly that. Exactly.
Yeah, well done, Andy. This is the LP 564. It's a four-wheel drive Lamborghini. And you know that its gear changes are 40% quicker than the previous Gallardo?
Which were pretty quick already anyway.
Yeah, 40%
from memory.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to call this that thing.
A Gallardo. Well, I think it's just a differentiation between the original Gallardos and this upgraded version. Pushing out 552 brake horsepower.
Okay, so it's a Gallardo cabriolet.
Spider.
Not allowed. Spider. You're not allowed to call it.
No, we just call it an LP 564.
Okay.
Hendrik.
Spider.
These are the Gibbos.
I love this motor car.
2006 winners, Brian and Karen. They are old hats at this.
What a fantastic looking car, that Z4.
Yep.
This is so retro, classic, the design, the styling of this car.
Not a hairdresser's car.
Not a hairdresser's car.
Not.
No way.
So you mean I can go and buy one and feel comfortable on the roads?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I mean, it's got shades of the E-Type Jag in it.
But it can't pop.
It's the driver.
Bucks Carolyn, I do believe.
And Charlene Clark, who is the president of the South African Guild of Motoring Journalists.
Really?
Yep, absolutely.
Jeez. Absolutely. Should get a couple of articles out of her then.
Long-standing colleague of